An open letter written at the end of an era. If you're listening to this, I suggest buckling up, grabbing some tea or coffee, maybe a snack. It's time for honesty hour, and sometimes honesty can be painful enough that comfort is needed. This year I've been hurt multiple times again and again by other people, and I get it. People hurt people, yet more importantly, this is my love letter to myself and to others who have been hurt by others. We are more than who we become when we allow the weight of hurt inflicted on others by others to be placed upon us. We are worth more. Hurt people hurt people. It's a fact of life. We've all been hurt in one way or another. Maybe you were bullied as a kid. You were told that you would never be enough or that you dressed funny. Maybe in high school you developed an eating disorder because you began to believe the lies that the other kids spread about you and how much you weigh. Maybe you've had friends running in and out of your lives, friends that you thought would set up camp with you, pitch tents and stay with you, make s'mores with you. Instead of roasting the s'mores, they end up lighting your tent on fire or covering you in sticky marshmallow goo. They just aren't good for you, but you let them come back once you've cleaned up and patched your tent. You try again, you get covered in tar and your clothes are ripped, but you try again and again until you feel like your camp is beyond repair, and you begin to feel alone, mostly because who would ever actually want to stay at a camp that was falling apart and grossly lacking in s'mores? No one. Not even the people who burnt it to the ground with their careless behavior, so you're alone in your mind at least. Then you begin your toxic cycle of falling out of love with yourself. You began to believe that you were worthy of the lies and insults that were hurled at you while you were coated with layers of melted mallow. You believed the lies: ugly, fat, disloyal, abusive, unwanted, unworthy, hateful, spiteful, miserable, depressive, narcissistic. You always knew that you were imperfect and flawed, so it's easier to let these unwanted and unsolicited titles stick to you. There might be days when you absolutely can't stand yourself and who you view yourself as being, but you know that deep down, you're better than these titles. But the shambles that your camp has been left in, so what do? You wash the mallow tar off your skin and you begin building your camp again. You rebuild it surrounded by people who love you, people who want you to succeed, and people who can hold a mirror to who you really are as a daughter, a son, a friend, a coworker, a human being. You find a clearing in a meadow, you pitch your tents, and you make the best damn s'mores you've ever had. Why? Because that's what you deserve. You are worth more than the hurt that is inflicted upon you because of the fact that people hurt people. You are worth more than being forgotten, than being mistreated, than having your name and reputation smeared. The people who don't know you will never know the joy of knowing you, and the people who follow in their beliefs are blind. You are beautiful, you are wonderful, you are loved, you are caring, you are kind, you are wanted, you are considerate, you are valued, you are priceless. You brighten people's days. You are worth the world to the right people. Sometimes the hard part is just finding them. Know that on all of this, when the camp floods and when your tent is burnt, you are never alone. You are never unwanted. You will always be loved. When hurt people inflict hurt, the pain they cause you does not define who you are. You are more than the names and the insults and the rumors and the lies. You are worth sitting with, pitching a tent and having a community of fellow campers set up camp with you. Because that is who you are. You are worth it.